My name's Beth and I live in Brisbane, Australia, and I live with my husband, Paul, who's retired, and we have 2 adult children. And Paul retired last year, right at the end of February, and we started a 6-month trip travelling around Southeast Asia. And we're so excited. We bought a GoPro and we're going to take small vlogs of our trip to keep our family and friends up to date and anybody else who was interested. But only about a month into our trip, it had to be cut short because of the pandemic, and we returned back to Brisbane. So we decided that we would keep doing little weekly vlogs about Southeast Queensland, where we live, because we've been very lucky where we live. There have been very low coronavirus numbers in Queensland, so we have the freedom to travel. So that's what we've been doing. So every week we go out and we have a day out travelling, and sometimes a weekend away, and we take our viewers with us. Let's see. So because we live in Queensland, the sun rises very early here and it gets hot very quickly in summer. So we usually get up pretty early and we go for a walk. And we come back. Breakfast is my favourite time of the day. So we have breakfast together, and that's when we usually sit down and plan our day together. And we write down a few tasks that we need to do for the day. Paul's retired, so he can pot around the garden and do his bits and pieces, but I still work part-time. I'm a consultant and I work online from home. So that takes up part of my day. And then we also spend some of our time planning our next trip and planning our next video and talking about that. So that all of that kind of keeps us, and running the house kind of keeps us pretty busy. It's I guess when Paul retired, I was trying to think of the best present for a retirement present, and I bought him a GoPro, which is something that you wouldn't probably associate with a retiree. But I thought with our holiday pending, coming up, I thought that would be a great thing to give him, and that it would be a lot of fun to make these YouTube videos. But of course, we didn't know anything about, we love watching other people, but we didn't know anything about creating and designing our own content. So we had this huge learning curve to go over, but it's been a lot of fun. And that's where we started. So it's about 10 months ago, I guess now. It was in the middle of March last year, I think. Yeah. So the reason that we do our videos is we're very aware that there's a lot of sadness and anxiety in the world today. And so we hope that, in our weekly vlog, for 6 or 7 minutes, we can distract our viewers and take them somewhere else and give them something else. We really are positive people, and the people that they see on the video, that's really us. And we really just hope that they can be entertained for a few minutes, and if they can pick up some useful information or they find it interesting, then that's a bonus. But that's really where we're coming from, and that's the reason why we've continued to do our channel. We go out every week, so we plan a day out every week, or a trip every week, and that we devote that whole day. That whole day will be doing the excursion and filming, but then the editing. There's quite a bit of work in editing, and we take our time with the editing. We don't rush, so we post our videos once a week, and I think that works really well for us. And they're posted every week, and people can look forward to seeing them then. And we really put that time into it to get the best quality that we can. Yeah, and we're always trying to improve ourselves. Continually trying to improve the quality of our videos. So, yeah. So I Googled to find Picmaker, and that was because when you start a YouTube channel, you come across all this jargon that you've never heard before, like thumbnails and click-through rates and impressions and all these things that we didn't know anything about. So I think our very first thumbnail is literally just a photo that YouTube defaulted to, from that particular video. So it has no headings or anything. So I was reading online the importance of having a good thumbnail, and I Googled and found Picmaker. And so I went into the Picmaker site and I learned all about how to design a really good thumbnail, and it looked really professional. professional and to do it really quickly. So that's how we came about. We've only literally just started an Instagram account. We literally finished it this morning. So now we've used Picmaker for that as well. But so we're I guess compared to other people, we got snail's pace. But you know, for both of those things, it's great. And I'm sure that the next thing that I want to do really is to improve our banner, and I'll use Picmaker for that as well. Yeah. I guess not everybody is a creator, you know, is gifted with being a creator or having a creative mind. And so the thing with Picmaker is that does all that for me, and it makes it fun. So it actually something that used to really stress me has become fun. And Picmaker really makes it very quick and easy to put together the thumbnail, and it makes it, you know, turns my work into beautiful quality. And so I love that it has all these photos that I can use, that there's different text, templates are fantastic, objects if I want to put them into my work. It has ideas that I hadn't even thought of putting into my work, and they're there ready for me to use. So I really love that aspect of it. So I think that it's a great way to be able to customise your work to a quality that I wouldn't have been able to achieve on my own at all. So, you know, I will do a thumbnail really quickly and easily, and I'm so proud of it afterwards, and I look at it and think, wow, I could not have done that, you know, without Picmaker. And that's the truth. It's been fantastic for us. And I can tell that I'm really proud of our thumbnails now. And, you know, as our channel has just slowly and continued to grow, people often comment on our thumbnails and how beautiful they look. So I know that it's doing a great job for us. In fact, we have already. So I think for anybody starting out, you can start out and it's a free tool, a resource that you can use that can start you off. Had we known about it, it would have been great from the very start. But to know about it now and to start your channel and to start with those fantastic quality thumbnails, because you can make them eye-catching and you can do it so quickly and easily. I showed Paul today how quickly I called him over and I said to him, come over and have a look at how quickly I can put a thumbnail together. And it literally took less than 3 minutes. And he was like, wow, that's amazing. So you'll see that thumbnail next week. It's got the Brighton bathing boxes and the beach on it. And it was so quick and so easy. So I think the fact that you can customise it and produce such beautiful quality, I think that's a fantastic thing. So yeah, I can totally recommend it. I really thought about this question, and I think that you're really on the way. I noticed the differences between the first version and the second version. And the second version has made it for someone who is still very junior in the whole process, I guess. It's made it a lot easier. So there's just little things that make it easier. I noticed that when I upload my image, that it's easy to centre it. I can align it in the centre really easily now. I don't have to save it before I download. You know, all these little steps. It's a bit more user friendly. So I think that that's really great. Honestly, I can't think of anything. Maybe as I progress more and get, you know, using it a bit more, I might come up with some more feedback for you. But I can't think of anything. But I do want to thank you, Kathy, because I can't believe that, like, when I have been stuck, you've been there to answer my questions and give me that support. And I would never have dreamed that I'd be getting support at all hours of the day and night, which you did, which always meant I think one of the successful things about our channel is we've never missed a deadline. We've always posted when we said we would every week. And we know ourselves that, you know, we look forward to watching other people's channels and for them to regularly and stick to a routine. And so we know how important it can be to other people. So the fact that you can, you know, we have that access to that customer service, and it's incredible. And so thank you, because that's one thing that really makes Picmaker stand out from the rest of the companies, honestly. Yeah. So I think the biggest thing I think is patience. I think so many people put all the emphasis on how many subscribers and how many views, and that's not really where the focus and the energy should be. The focus and the energy should be planning good content, and that includes planning, like for us, it would be planning a trip or an excursion that not just that we find interesting, that would our viewers would find interesting, and planning how we would do that, putting the work into that. And I think that that's where all the focus and the energy should go into, put it all into delivering really good quality content. And the rest, all the statistics, they will follow eventually if you're doing what you love, and be yourself as well. So, we try to be ourselves, and I think that our viewers can relate to that too.